The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. Chicago. Ask someone to picture the city, and they will have trouble coming up with a concise description. When people think of New York City, they think of skyscrapers, subways, and muggers. When they think of Los Angeles, they think of sun, smog, and traffic. When they think of Detroit, they think of cars, factories, and decay. But for those of us that know, there's only one thing we think of when someone mentions Chicago: vampires. And tonight, we tell their story. Good evening and welcome to McStabber Studios, Windy City After Dark. I am the storyteller, Shanky McStabber.
And I am Mama McStabber, and I'll be playing Jacqueline Durand of Clan Ventrue.
Hi, I'm Mischievous Red, and I'll be playing Isabella Caputo of Clan Toreador.
Good evening, I am Ivy Raven, and I play Genevieve Schutz of Clan Gangrel.
I'm Urian, and I'm playing Roscoe Acres, Clan Tremere.
I am Timberbrad 411, and I'll be playing Nicholas Bowens of Clan Hecata.
I'm Gavin, and I play Lamar of Clan La Sombra.
First of all, welcome back, Gavin there. Welcome back, Lamar. I'm sure the viewers are happy to see you're back at the table with us. I know we're happy to have you back here now that we're at the end.
We have missed our Camp Wish a Motherfucker Would camp counselor.
That we have. Let's see. What
Camp
happened?
is open once again.
We are on season 10, episode 12. One more after this, everybody. Last time we were together, Nicholas found out what happened with his sister Izzy. The coterie went to deliver a message to Cratius, which erupted in a Methuselah fight that the coterie conveniently ditched out of. And then somebody in this coterie decided to start a plague of tuberculosis outside of Isabella's club. Issue that honestly has caused him some problems.
Oh, because I'm sure now on the next night it has escalated.
Oh, yes.
How many final cases were there?
There was 32 the initial night, but now they're not releasing numbers anymore.
They're not releasing numbers anymore. Because
That's how bad it got.
Now it's pandemic.
Roscoe ran some location rituals to find out, well, Annabelle is still alive, but broke his attempt to find her. Or not Annabelle, sorry, Portia is still alive. Annabelle, he found out a little trick about Illuminate Trail of the Parade that lets you tell if someone was diablerized in the last 24 hours just by the state of the trail, as he tested on Mr. Rond there. Isabella had the CDC showing up, had to pull security footage and found out who was infecting somebody indirectly. Well, indirectly, because she had Roscoe come track to find out it was Nicholas who did it. And of course, Jackie and Jenny, they were going over their plans in Milwaukee about who to the portfolio and dossiers when Dredd brought his Hell's Angels as a show of force to show Jackie the army she now has. And Damien showed up to drop Eye Teeth. Where we're picking up, this is day 4 out of 5 days until the end of it all. And we open up, Nicholas, you're in Lamar's Haven, where you've been staying since your place burned down mysteriously from a gas leak. You have
Less of a mystery, but yes.
Yes. You've gathered a person that you have tied up and bound, and you have a purpose in them. What is your plan for tonight?
I think it's time to leave this godforsaken city.
So you've gathered a sheet, and you have a scalpel that cuts someone living. That's pretty easy to get. And you take the sheet, and you must make a sacrifice. So you proceed to kill your captive. We're not going to go into the gory details, please, everybody. Go ahead, Nicholas.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't drag it out either. It's a means to an end. It's for a purpose. He's not trying to torture the guy, but at the same time, speed is of the essence.
And you, with the sheet hung on the wall, you sacrifice the individual against the sheet. And then you cut with your scalpel the sheet to cut a hole. Please give me your ceremony roll. Intelligence and Oblivion, I believe, in this one.
Resolve
Oblivion. Go ahead and give me your roll for this. Five. You gonna willpower that one? See, the ability is difficulty. It's 4 for a ritual, which makes the difficulty 5 or 6. No, 5. 5. Difficulty is 5 on it, so that's enough.
Yeah, I'll hold off. I may need that willpower later.
Okay. And so as you cut it, you can see it has weakened the shroud considerably in the area. Makes it much simpler for you to punch your way through it. Which means you need now, well, you take the blood, add your blood to a bowl, and then you coat the bottom of your shoes with it. Or the soles of your feet. Sorry, the soles of your feet. And I'm sure you have your 2 coins that you require as well as you make another invocation so that you can cross through. There's your 3 willpower or your 3 rouse checks.
I did the willpower already, so now I got to do another Resolve Oblivion.
Yep.
Yeah, and like as this is happening, he's donning the mask that he needs to blend in when he crosses over.
Okay. We shall see what happens. 4. You're going to have to willpower that one.
Yeah.
That did it. Because your difficulty was 6 on that one. Now you have 7.
Yeah.
As you don your mask and put blood on the bottom of your feet and you approach this torn sheet, and you can see it's weak enough for you to cross over. And you step into a world of howling winds. Winds that are sometimes sand, sometimes glass, sometimes blood, sometimes tears, sometimes maybe even water hits you. As you step into the world of the dead and leave the other world behind you. Is Nicholas going anywhere in particular?
Anywhere but here.
And as you begin to move out, at first you don't see much, not where you're at. Then something odd happens. You begin to hear singing. Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies. It's coming from behind you somewhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna err on the side of caution and try and run.
I'll let you do let's see. Give you a Dex Athletics, maybe?
Works for me. I'm not gonna.
You begin to make your way through this shifting. And it's weird because you see the walls of the building you were in, but you walk right through them. They don't really exist to you on this side. It is an odd sensation to push yourself through a wall, though. It's very hard to describe. But the music still gets louder. And as you're onto the main street and running to move away, you notice beside you, keeping pace, is a little girl, and she is singing with you, staring up at you. It's a girl you've seen before. You saw her, well, once at the Madams. You also saw her in Joe's Steakhouse. Or not Joe's Steakhouse, sorry, the steakhouse. She's easily keeping pace as she grins up at you. Are you going somewhere?
Away from you, if you please.
But you can't run from me. You're not supposed to be here. You're in my land now. We run Chicago, not you. Go ahead and give me wits awareness.
Concealed objects.
Yes, that's a good one for this. One. Well, that's an impressive roll. I'm sure you're going to willpower that. Maybe, maybe not.
See if it helps.
There you go. That gave you 3. There's movement in the storm at the edges of your vision. You can't quite see them. You look there and you don't see them, but it's always out of the corner of your vision. There's movement all around you. You interfered in things we didn't want you to. And, most importantly, you threatened one of us. We don't forget. The dead remember. I see you have 2 coins to pay the ferryman. I'm afraid the price has gone up.
If you want to talk about interference, there are plenty of other places to look besides me.
Well, there is, but you're here. We don't like your kind here. And as she speaks, you're still moving down the street. From the edges of your vision, you can finally start to see them. There is a ring of their spirits, but their forms are tattered in places, decayed in places. Some of them have black pits that are on their skin themselves. And they're all running in a circle around you. And there's one individual, oddly enough, you recognize. It's a guy that you ran into last night and gave tuberculosis to. He is in the pack with them.
Let's be fair. He probably had it to begin with. I just made it worse.
You are not going to stay here, but we're going to have some fun with you first. And the ring begins to close around you. Now we're going to flash away from Nicholas. Lamar, you have arrived in Chicago. The nice thing is you got flown here on Victor Temple's private jet and dropped off. Nobody knew you were coming. It was to be your surprise, though when you found out that the city's under martial law, I'm pretty sure you had some comments. First place you went was your haven that you had before. Looks the same from the outside, but when you step into it, there's a dead body in the floor, blood all around, pooled everywhere, and a sheet with a hole cut in it.
What the Nicholas, where the fuck are you?
There's no answer. None at all.
Lamar is going to go, I'm going to walk over. I'm going to check the body. Like, is this a young person, an older person? Like, can I tell how they may have died?
Well, you can tell how they died. Their throat was cut. Clean and quick. There's even a scalpel laying on the floor because he couldn't take the scalpel across with him. The blood is quite fresh, though. You figure, it's not congealed at all. You just missed him.
I'm going to check the rest of the area, just make sure that, see if there's any other surprises laying around corners for me. Like, wait, does this appear to be Nicholas's ghoul?
No, it does not remind you of Matthew. But
okay,
as you're looking around your place, your skulls are still there. Actually, they've been kept cleaned and dusted. You do come across in a bag in one corner of in your haven. You open the bag to see what's in it, and it's a half squished possum looking up at you.
Lamar drops the fucking bag and backs away.
It scurries out, but then just sits there.
Wait, is the possum's alive?
It looks like he got hit by a car, but it is moving.
Oh, hell no. Lamar pulls his gun. No, just no. And he shoots it.
It's not hard to kill a already dead possum. It eventually stops moving.
What the? Lamar, he tries to check his phone because he wants to make sure that he is in Chicago and that he didn't wake up tonight and end up, in the Twilight Zone.
No, you're in Chicago. The funny thing is, some of the old clothes that you didn't take with you are still in the closet.
Okay. Lamar takes out his sat phone. He is going to dial Jackie.
Jackie, you get an unexpected phone call. The number you didn't expect Lamar to be calling. Of course, he's in LA as far as you're concerned, but he's calling you on your sat phone.
Lamar.
Jackie, hey, how are you?
Long time no hear from.
Yeah. Just wanted to check and see how things were going because when I left, Chicago was I won't say it was in a good place, but it was in a much better place than what I'm seeing right now. Like,
Oh, you're back.
yeah, I'm back. I was going to surprise you guys, but I'm the one getting the surprise. Is Nicholas near you? Because I need to talk to him.
No, he is not. From what I understand, he was staying at your place.
Well, he left a dead body out where anybody could find it, and one of his, creepy science projects. So I need to talk to him about the owner-tenant agreement.
I'll be there shortly. And she disconnects.
Okay. Is Jackie going to let the rest of the coterie know?
Not yet.
Okay.
She's going to go investigate.
So you arrive.
Mhm.
Etienne drives you, of course, with the diplomatic tag.
No, Peter drives.
Or Peter drives with Etienne in the back.
Mm-hmm.
They're staying with the vehicle because they've got to make sure the credentials are on hand.
Mm-hmm.
Though it is odd to have a diplomatic plate vehicle parked in front of this apartment.
Oh, well.
But you go up and Lamar, I assume Jackie knocks on the door as you're wondering what the fuck's going on still.
He moved, well, you know what? No, he didn't move the body, not yet. But he will go and open the door.
What is this about a body? And she walks in.
And Lamar will show her the body laying right there on the floor. Yeah, I walk in and it's just right there. Like, I mean, I knew he was into some weird stuff and I don't judge, but this is sloppy. So, like, if, I don't know what is going on right now, or y'all needed just a place to hide this guy.
I want to do a wits occult roll.
Okay, go ahead. I'll let you make that roll. Why not?
I'm going to willpower that.
Okay. 2's not enough, huh?
No.
I didn't think so.
And did me no good. Okay.
Human sacrifice.
Yeah. Well, he obviously did something. She's looking around, and does she see Bob Possum?
What's left of it?
Oh, I see you met Bob.
Bob, no, I shot Bob. Because Bob was in my house. Bob does not belong in my house, so I shot Bob.
Nicholas is a necromancer, Lamar. He reanimated Bob to serve as like a pet, a spy, a scout.
Well, he left his spy scout pet in my house, and we very clearly did not talk about having pets in the house.
All right. Is Nicholas's car still outside?
Yeah. His van? Yeah.
Fucking hell. Okay. Jackie goes back to the body, and she's going to use ashes to ashes on it.
Okay. So you're going to need to give me your Oblivion ceremony. Or no, actually, it doesn't use an Oblivion ceremony.
It's a stamina and Oblivion.
Yep, stamina and Oblivion. Versus stamina and medicine for the corpse, which, yeah, right.
Has none.
I mean, I can roll the stamina to resist there.
Yeah, I got 3.
Okay. That just helps determine how long it takes.
So Jackie basically bites her wrist and introduces her vitae to the corpse.
Let's see. The margin was... I'm looking here. Well, it wasn't animated, so it's going to do 3 turns.
Okay.
So it's...
And she spends some time basically drizzling her vitae over the corpse.
And the body starts turning to ash in front of you, Lamar.
There, clean up.
Yeah, that's a nice little party trick.
Oh, yes, I got that from Sierra.
Didn't know she was teaching.
No, I drank her the night before last.
I gotta admit, when you said you were gonna make Tally pay, I was like, all right, but that's some cold shit, and I love it.
I assume that Nicholas did this for some reason to get the fuck out, because Nicholas has started at least it's suggested that Nicholas started a plague of tuberculosis.
Why would Nicholas start a tuberculosis plague?
To get even with Isabella. Isabella supposedly had his haven blown up by a gas leak.
Okay, so I remember they had a little bit of a disagreement on things, but I didn't think we'd gotten to that point yet.
Yes, we kind of have. Nicholas has been going down a downward spiral since you left.
Okay. So now, she blew up his house and he decided to make it everyone else's problem.
Exactly. And there are Justicars and Archons in town because Loden decided to blow up many locations in the city in one night.
I knew we should have fucked that dude up the first chance we got.
I agree.
No. All right, well, so like, did Jackson officially put us on the case, or?
No, basically, Justica Fatima is in town and she's hunting him. I imagine he's probably already destroyed. If not, he will be within the night.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Yes.
All right.
Maxwell, former prince of the city before Loden, is also vying for Praxis.
Right. Okay.
And I'm sure all the Justicars that are coming into town or are already here really want a brouhaha running things.
Oh, so they just want to fuck everything up.
Yeah, so basically that is why we are under martial law right now. We are planning to get out of the city. If not tonight, then tomorrow night for certain. I will be taking Milwaukee.
Well then, allow me to offer my services, because not only do I want to get the hell out of here, but I also have some people that I would like to relocate. But first and foremost, we need to figure out what the fuck is wrong with Nicholas.
Yes.
I don't like a lot of people, but I like Nicholas, and I really need him to fix his shit.
Let me arrange for everyone to meet, and we'll all catch you up. And she sends out a group text to everyone to arrange a meeting.
Where at?
At Jenny's hotel.
Okay. You all get a text to meet at Jenny's hotel.
Okay, on the way.
It's early enough that the curfew hasn't kicked in yet, so it's easy to move over there. I guess Jackie and Lamar are going to ride together.
Absolutely, she'll have him ride.
When you get to the vehicle, she's got a Rolls Royce out front that you haven't seen before with diplomatic tags on it. And as Peter opens the door for you to get in the back, Etienne's sitting back there with you've seen a diplomatic satchel before in your days, as he's got it sitting with Mr. Cade, good to see you again, sir.
Etienne, thank goodness. I'm glad you and Peter are still working with
Always
Jackie.
working,
Thank
sir.
goodness. I'm glad. I just did not need more shit to change around here. I mean, okay, cool. Jenny's got a hotel. I love it. I'm glad that's cool. But are we gonna hit Roscoe's bookstore? Because I think I figured out something about that tablet. And
which bookstore, sir? The old one that is ashes, or his new one that he is packed up and moving out of?
Yes.
Wait. The bookstore got...
The bookstore in Southside burned again.
There was a incident with some homeless SWAT members, I believe was the description.
Yes, Loden's homeless.
Roscoe's all right, isn't he?
Yes, he is fine.
He was a bit singed, sir.
He was a bit singed, but Benway is not. Benway is no longer with us.
Good, fuck that guy.
Yes.
He
He was sending cursed objects all over the city.
Yeah, I thought we figured that out.
Mhm.
And I'm glad you guys popped a cap in his ass. 'Cause
Ma'am, you left out the part that he was torn apart by his own guards,
Yes, he was.
who then killed themselves.
Yes, they did.
shit, can't pay for service like that.
No, that was the madam's doing.
Oh, whoa. Well, yeah, definitely get the fuck rid of him.
Mhm.
You haven't had to go talk to her lately, have you?
No, the last I spoke with her it was giving her payment for services rendered. I gave her a statue that I had purchased some time ago from Benway.
Okay, just making sure we didn't have to stop by and
No.
see her again, because
No, not at
yeah,
all. Not
yeah.
at all. So, yeah. No. But a lot of Nicholas's problems are tied up with her. He basically was having issues with his sister's ghost degrading because she was so old. She was becoming more unstable. And he ended up giving the necklace that he wore, that I believe was one of her fetters, to the madam. Because she actually led to the destruction of Tyrus.
Whoa. Tyrus is gone?
Yes, so is Duncan McTavish.
It's like every time you give me a piece of good news, you give me a piece of bad news too. Like,
I know. So I basically just told him that she was too dangerous to be around us. And he decided to take the necklace to the madam. Bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy, that. Well, his sister went full Spectre. You're familiar with those, yes?
yeah.
Yeah. And she attached herself to Isabella.
Isabella's okay, right?
She is. I had wanted Isabella to be my seneschal, but due to the fact that this Spectre had attached herself, it was too much of a liability. There's a Methuselah in town that is a Hikata. She is different from others. She came here to basically finish out a war of sorts with Minali and Helena. But
So wait, there are 3 of them now.
no, now there's one, because Menali has been destroyed. I believe Cretius has been destroyed. Helena has run away. She diablerized Annabelle and ran off with Brett.
So wait, Toga Party's gone, and
Annabelle's gone. Yes.
Jackie, stop! I can only get so. This is. Oh.
And basically, she is known in legend as the Greek queen of the underworld.
Wait, like she took the name of the Greek queen of the underworld?
They created the myth because of her.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
But she decided basically to, well, her and Jenny have this thing, okay? I'll let Jenny go into details because I'm not one to spread, other people's business.
No.
But She,
Oh, no,
she,
go, but
she
I got
is,
a question.
no,
after.
she is quite hot. Okay, she is very terrifying, but at the same time, it is very hot. But even I get a little bit aroused by it, but I'm never going to touch a Methuselah. But yes, and so needless to say, she had stopped by, and just after I'd had the conversation with Isabella that it was too much of a liability for Isabella to be my censor with this specter attached. And we just happened to ask this Methuselah if there was a way, being that she's Hakata, she would know these things, if there was a way to detach the specter from Isabella without harming Isabella. And there was. We didn't know what it was, and then all of a sudden this Methuselah just does it, and basically sent Nicholas's sister's spirit, the specter, probably deep into the underworld because this Methuselah destroyed all the fetters that were keeping her on this side.
That's
Destroyed the attachment
rough.
to them, just severed them.
That's rough. Okay, I can see why Nicholas might be upset.
Nicholas has
But-
not been in a good place for a while.
I mean, Isabella's okay.
Yes.
So now I'm going to ask you something, and if you tell me yes, I will kiss you right now here in this car. Did Nero wake up one day and get like ashed, or did he just spontaneously combust? Is he still around?
Let me find out. She calls Kathy.
What's up, Jackie?
Hey, how's your boyfriend?
That's a funny question to ask. Now, why do you want to know?
Because I heard some rumors.
How can I put it? I don't know where he is, which is odd because I'm supposed to always know where he is.
Yes,
and I don't know where he is.
Well, you know you're about to have a new job, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Well, yes, but as I said, I don't know where he is.
Okay, maybe the rumors I heard were true.
If you find out where he is, let me know.
I will do that. Thank you, darling.
Thank you.
Click. Kathy has no idea where he is, so he's probably been ashed.
I'm gonna need confirmation, but you. Oh no, screw it. And he just kisses.
And as you're pulling up, the rest of the coteries already gathered at Jenny's hotel. Don't know why. Well, minus Nicholas. But as the rest of the coteries gather, in walks Jackie with Lamar.
And they are laughing as they come in.
Miss me?
Isabella
Yeah,
pulling
man.
runs up and gets him a
Lamar.
hug.
I missed you guys. I'm glad you're all here. However, I don't see Nicholas. Let's get somewhere safe, and then we need to talk because I need to understand some things.
Penthouse is
Wait,
pretty
what?
safe.
It's okay. It's okay. We're safe here. We got ATF on the ground floor, and I am the queen of my own castle here. So, by the way, welcome to Amethyst. We hope to be amenable to all of your travel needs or some shit. I don't know. I don't write the brochures. Also,
I like it.
I was introducing everybody to the new and improved Tasha. Lamar, this is Tasha. She is my child. She will be joining whoever makes it to Milwaukee. So.
And you've seen her once or twice before, but normally not. Her skin is a bit paler than it used to be. There's a nervousness to her that you're not used to seeing, though I think Lamar's been around long enough. You've seen that edge in a new child that hasn't quite got control of their blood yet.
Nice to meet you, Tasha. I'm Lamar, and
You ran Tariq. Tariq was your boy, right? He ran with my brother a bit.
okay, yeah. I need to catch up with Tariq anyway, and make sure he's keeping himself out of trouble.
My understanding was Jackie was keeping him gainfully employed without taking away what he was good at, I believe.
Exactly. He's doing well.
Wonderful.
Apologies, since there was no specification of what this meetup was, which honestly, just seeing Lamar again's meetup reason enough, but I wanted everybody to get to see Tasha again, since the big changes and everything.
It is lovely to see you, Tasha, and I look forward to having you join us in Milwaukee.
It's weird. I just always so hungry. Does that go away?
Eventually you manage it better, yes. It is still very new to you.
See, you guys are the perfect teachers. I knew you all have it in hand.
Not my first time with a newly embraced one.
Jenny's been teaching me the rest that I didn't know about our kind, I guess I should say. I'm going to step out of the room because...
Well, Tasha, real quick to let you know, I did discuss with Fiorenza that Evan can stay to assist you.
Good. Oh,
You guys weren't supposed to spoil the surprise yet.
Wait a minute. Can I go give him the news, please?
No, if you're going to give him the news, get a big ass packing box from downstairs and tell him he's got to ride in that bad boy. We're shipping him back to Mexico. Just tell him that. Just to fuck with him.
I'll do that.
Perfect. Awesome.
And she heads out to go do that and to mess with Evan, as the rest of you have gathered, minus Nicholas.
So good to see some things never change.
Hey, look, I had to build a tall enough building to throw someone off of, so I kid. You're looking like you're doing great, Lamar. It's good to have you. So
You did miss us while us ladies were out in Vegas, though.
I know. I tried to contact you. You missed out on fucking Burning Man. I thought everyone was going to say it in unison. Never mind. I guess I'm reading the room wrong.
And the orgy. And
I thought you were going to say drugs.
And the boat.
Yeah. That's right.
See, the phone rang, but I was in the middle of a shootout at the time, and I had to. Well, someone had to, get walked into camp. Wish a motherfucker would, and they fucked around. They found out, and I dealt with it. But now I'm sad I missed it.
Yep. You should have called a truce. Could have been a timeout. I got places to be. Could have flown you out.
We'll have to do it again, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm down for this. However, so I get back to my place and there is a body in there and Nicholas is nowhere to be found. And I'm hearing that things with him have kind of gone off the rails. And Roscoe, how did we lose the shot, man? You know what, Jackie, did you bring your cane? Because I need some support while y'all walk me through this shit.
She passes the cane to him.
I just came from your place, Lamar. I mean, Nicholas was staying there.
Did they
After his
already
own
pick
place.
him up?
No, he is gone. He had done a sacrifice and cut a sheet, and there were bloody footprints from the victim's blood.
Oh,
So he did
okay.
some kind of ritual to leave.
Roscoe, intelligence occult.
He had a whole dead-ass possum in there.
Oh, yes, Lamar met Bob, but it kind of upset him, so he shot it.
I shot Bob.
Thank you, Lamar. Appreciate you. I think it was creepy as fuck.
It was.
Can I use one of my specialties on occult?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I can't believe anybody, no one before me took care of that, because that's just weird. That's just weird.
You go willpower, Roscoe?
I had bigger
sure.
issues I was trying to take care of when it came to Nicholas.
Yeah, I heard
I gave him
things between you two.
the short version.
5. That's a pretty good roll there. Based on stuff, because you've read a whole lot of shit. human sacrifice is known to be used to weaken the shroud between worlds.
Oh, it sounds like he used that sacrifice to weaken the veil, so he might have jumped over to the other side, over
How do
into
we
the
get him back?
Shadowlands. Well, if he survives over there for any length of time,
Ain't that the kind of stuff that lets stuff from there come here, which is
Yeah,
how we have the problems we have in the first place?
if he didn't seal the hole on after he got over there, then yeah.
If we're leaving, it's not our problem anymore.
I am unable to. So that is usually Nicholas that does things like repair the shroud. But yet again,
So I
needless
need
to say,
the.
Lamar, that there has been a pattern of him being more and more unreliable.
So
Was
is this has this been a thing for a while, or is he too far gone for us to get back?
Considering he started a pandemic right after a massive Masquerade breach, and there are Justicars and Archons in this city, they are going to sacrifice him as an example.
And they don't even know about the ring thing that he had a while back.
No.
Ring thing?
Yes, he had a ring that turned him into basically a cannibal, where he would eat bodies, like completely gnaw on bodies, without awareness, because the ring was basically possessing him to do it. And he supposedly turned this ring over to the madam, but he didn't actually, because what the ring made him do was put it inside of his body and make a copy to turn over to the madam. And so we had to forcibly remove said ring from his body. Thank you, Jenny, for that assist on that. And give it to a specter that was working for the madam. Because she has taken her Tellerkata army of spirits and turned them all into specters.
Okay. Well, I guess in other news, I hear that a lot of people we wanted to get rid of are gone.
Yes.
Roscoe, how's Samantha doing? Y'all, is everything still good? Like, did you finally get her to watch that hentai tape you stuck into my stuff?
Well, yes, she did watch that. However, she's not with us anymore.
Oh, did her buddies finally drop the you got Romeo and Juliet thing? Y'all can't see each other.
Well, we certainly can't see each other. She is gone. She had a slight altercation with Kore. You know who she is, right?
Yeah, I've heard of. Yeah, I've heard about her. Looks at Jenny.
Well, Samantha has a little bit of a,
A temper?
Yeah, a little bit of a temper streak in her, and so she stood up to Kore for maybe an eighth of a second, and just promptly got blown into the underworld and had a date with the Lady of Fate.
So
didn't go well.
So she fucked around and found out.
Unfortunately.
Well, yeah.
It was horrible, Lamar.
It was, yeah. She was a mage, right?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, her and her like little asshole buddies were causing all kinds of trouble at your place.
Well, mages have a thing within them, basically. It's like, from what I understand, from what I saw when we experienced this, Roscoe, and please correct me if I am wrong, it's just things I pieced together. It seems to be almost like a spirit or a spirit shard.
Yeah, shard of divinity.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that is what they call their avatar, and it allows them to do things with reality, their magic. That was ripped from her, forged with other souls, corrupted souls, and given back to her as a mask.
Yeah, so she could sit there and just look at it like, oh, look what I lost. It had a bad effect on her psyche.
Yes.
That's some medieval shit.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know why you didn't decide to embrace her.
No, I'm not doing that to anybody. But the mask started taking her over,
Mm-hmm.
and well, things got worse, and I had to stab her.
I'm sorry, Roscoe. Now I feel like an asshole. So all right.
No, don't worry about it. It's done. We're cool.
Okay. Well,
There's so much other stuff happened. You don't worry about it.
all right. Well, Sun Shi, you managed to find some stuff to get her out, right? She's
About
good.
About that.
Oh,
No,
shit.
she's not good. There was a whole thing with the Tremere at a huge tribunal. They charged her with being an infernalist, which she wasn't. But make a very long story short, she basically been diabolized by her sire, and it was her sire walking around inside her, and it was a bad scene. So they ashed her.
Her sire, isn't the rumor that she supposedly was what caused
Yes,
Vienna to be attacked?
exactly. Yeah, that's why they had so much of a grudge against her. So you
Okay.
can,
Yes, unfortunately, Lamar, we have lost some friends, but we have lost more enemies.
That asshole Victor, what happened to him?
Oh, he is now regent. He got a demotion.
Did do us a favor in that he got rid of Genghis.
Yes, he did.
Wait.
Genghis is back.
Gone? Wait, Genghis is here.
Yes.
Was he might still? I didn't figure out see what happened. I didn't really want to stick around. He's kind of a pain in the ass.
By the way, I
Kinda.
saw Harry the other night, and he said to please call Genghis because he is like constantly bringing you up at the strip club.
I'll pass.
I just told him I'd pass the message. I didn't say that you
So
would
he
do
is
it.
still around then.
Yes, he is still around. He's going to the strip
Ugh.
club trying to find if you go there because, he knows we have memberships.
Surprised
Well,
he
that's
found me
pickles on a
elsewhere.
shit sandwich.
Oh, he is so into Isabella now. That one is a freaking masochist.
It's got
I mean, there aren't
a
many
thing for
Toreador
Toreador.
left now. that Annabelle's gone.
And Kathy's
Matter of
still
time.
around.
Kathy's still around, but Nero may not be.
Yes, Nero
so-
is missing. Kathy has no idea where he is, and being that it's her job to keep an eye on him, she's a bit concerned because she doesn't know where he is. But Kevin told me he planned to take care of that.
Oh, well, you know what? What about Prince Dickbag? Mark Decker.
He is going to be
Is he-
served on a platter to us.
I none other than Maxwell.
Yep. Because we were tasked by Jackson to appear as we were out of favor with him so that the ones that I warned him were going to be vying for Praxis would approach us. And they did. So we have played them all as we are doing what they want us to do. Meanwhile, I'm anticipating all of us leaving before this Praxis war even really concludes. Here.
That so happened to be what Maxwell wanted from us.
It is, but what he wanted just happened to align with what I wanted anyway.
Exactly. So we just happened to have Decker served to us in a way that was convenient. It's a win-win.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that
Akawa
makes
has been destroyed. The Bruja in Milwaukee, that was the
Oh.
leader of the Anubai under Decker.
excellent.
Yes. Anastasia
How-
will have to be next. She
I was
doesn't
gonna say,
she doesn't seem to be loyal to Decker, but she's really against Aventru running the city.
well, yeah, she doesn't. What she wants doesn't matter. Dead people don't want anything. So
Roscoe does have a new friend, though.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you were talking about Victor, and well, the Justicars, Carfax in particular. I had a new friend assigned to me to watch me for a while, to make sure I'm a good Tremere, and upholding all the principles of the Presidium. Dave, this is what we call him. It's not his real name, but he seems to like it, and it's a good cover. He's a gargoyle, and we seem to have struck up a sort of
What?
friendship. A gargoyle, yeah.
like the things on the church or the buildings that just kind of stare at you.
Yeah, exactly. Except
He's huge.
Can move. Yeah.
Wait, did we happen to tell Lamar yet about how Portia was kicked out of the chantry?
No, we haven't mentioned it yet.
Wait, so wait, hold on. You have a gargoyle buddy? Like those are real?
Yes.
Yes. Very real.
Okay. All right. But wait. Portia got kicked out of the chit. How did that happen? Because I thought she was just
that was
in there.
when Victor and Justica Carfax and the head of the Tremere, Streck. Yes, they all basically said, "Get the fuck out."
Didn't they get rid of Abraham too?
Yeah,
Wasn't that
they-
Oh
his
yes,
asked him.
they destroyed Abraham.
So they told her to leave, and she just said, "All right, well, I'll just be taking my shit and going." Or did they have to like?
Oh, I'm sure she took her shit and left.
Yeah, there was enough.
There was enough
That,
power there to actually give her a challenge.
Well, all right.
Because there was a number of other Tremere pontifices involved too, including
Is it-
Strauss.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
wow.
think the term that you're familiar with is that the Abraham was sent on Tremere business.
Yes.
Oh, say no more.
Yes, and
Yeah.
Pontifex Taylor was here, and there's a Pontifex now of the Great Lakes area. So,
Well, you know what? I have the one Tremere that I like to deal with right here.
All right.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and take that, call it a win.
Cool.
yes, and he is going to be in the court. So,
Wonderful, wonderful. All right. Well, so what? I guess the question is, what's the plan for tonight?
How much cleanup is there to do at your haven, Lamar? I mean,
I took
it-
care of the body.
oh, okay.
I can't be in there after Bob. So
And I imagine that there's already people there investigating. So,
Real fast. Lamar, come here. Jenny motions Lamar over to her.
Lamar walks over.
She's got like her like satchel bag thing. She kind of opens up and she's like, "Here, stick your hand in here. Tell me what you feel."
Feels kind of
That's-
leathery. It's kind of an odd feeling.
Did you skin a buffalo?
Close, but no cigar. Close. So Ginny slides her hand in and pulls it out. And she's like, here. She's like holding out the flap of skin. She's kind of like flaps it at Lamar if he wants to take it.
You recognize the tattoo pattern. You saw it once before in the Painted Lady's tattoo shop on the Painted Lady.
Oh, he like tosses it back. Like
Ginny catches it and she puts it back in the bag.
Wait a minute. That's the painted.
Well, it's part of the Painted Lady. Yeah, my Methuselah paramour is the fucking best, and I asked her to do another thing, and instead she also gave me this like little gift, which was really cute. So,
you know what? Actually,
she gave you flowers.
Ginny pulls the skin back out, and she kind of tosses it to Lamar.
You know, I want to make some kind of really funny joke right now, but damn, it be your own people, don't it? And he gives it back to Ginny.
Yeah, I don't know. It was it was like a special gift. I don't know. I wasn't expecting this much, but you know.
Someone gets you if someone hands you the skin of your enemy, you marry that person. You keep that person.
And a
because
voice,
if you don't, it might be you next.
And a voice comes out. There's nobody else there, but a voice comes out of one of the side rooms as you hear heels clicking on the floor. Someone finally understands the meaning of the gift. And who is this tasty individual? And the woman standing there, she's wearing form-fitting black. It's a skirt, mini skirt, but it goes all the way up to her neck, like high necked, and her arms are bare.
Corey, this is Lamar.
She's got long blonde hair. Cade, don't know that name, but he looks tasty. Hello, Jenny.
Hello, Corey. Apologies, I didn't fully grasp the gift. I really appreciated it though, so I'm learning. You have to give me a little bit of time to learn.
He's new. Interesting.
Oh no, he's not new. He is returned. He spent some time out west.
We are missing someone though.
We are.
Yes, I believe you are.
Do you perhaps know where he is?
Where he is? No, but I've heard some rumors. He might have run afoul of some. Remember I talked about the metamorphosis from caterpillar to a death's head moth? I think he ran into some of those moths. That is what I've been told.
Miss Corey, may I ask?
Please, not miss. Jeez, I may be that old, but it's just so formal.
You don't look a night over 25.
Centuries?
Nah. All right, well, you said it, not me, so I'll just go ahead and I'll accept that. What are the chances that these moths will take care of Nicholas?
They're so unpredictable. They're ruled by their emotions. They'll play with him. And if he survives the playing with him, who knows what they do? It's kind of what makes them interesting. Fascinating at times. You, Mr. Cade, you're an interesting individual. And did you know you are also a fetter?
Yes, I'm aware. That is a situation that I've just recently learned about, and I understand that that's going to have to change at some point for everyone's sake. I've been working out a way to say goodbye before that happens.
Oh, I've done my favor. It's up to you to resolve that one. By the way, scratch one more in the city.
Well, I figured
Oh.
if you're here, he isn't.
He was a bigger challenge than his sire.
I'm sure you had fun with it, though.
Oh, I did. You know, he threw me through a wall.
We heard on our way out.
Who was this?
Claricious.
Oh, Toga Party. Yeah.
Mhm.
He
Yeah.
threw me through a wall, so I threw him into the underworld with me. And then we had a proper fight.
Inquiring minds are curious. Did you enjoy being thrown through a wall? Because and Jenny mimes like taking notes on her palm.
It was
Lamar,
a different
was it Ginny?
sensation.
Okay, I'll mark it down as a maybe then.
We can try it.
Hey, anything one time. So, you know.
We are
Too.
going to have to go soon, Jenny.
Mm-hmm.
It seems Helen is gone. I'm not happy with that. The hunt begins again. I do have a
Do I
few
get-
things to wrap up before we leave, though, so... But be ready.
I would
Oh.
suggest checking the Succubus Club in Baltimore.
Noted.
One of her descendants is there.
I will make a trip there. Well, we will make a trip there.
I was gonna say I hope to join the hunt this time. So
Oh, of
you
course.
know.
Sorry I can't stay. As I said, we're getting ready to leave, and I do have a few more things I must do before I go. Lamar Cade, nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you too, Corey. I hope I hope things with you and Jenny work out. I'd definitely like an invitation to whatever y'all get into next.
Can we play with him too, Jenny? Should we
You know
invite
what?
him one night?
Yes, he's less breakable than Evan. So sure. I mean, if he wants, that is. I mean,
It
which
is
he
quite
seems
fun,
enthusiastic
Lamar.
about. So
Is Evan still... I think I terrified the poor man.
it's okay. He'll live. He'll live.
Well.
Besides, we can take the party boat. We've got the captain here, and she points at Isabella. And you know, it's a short hop, skip, and you jump. Whatever. We'll figure something out. It'll be great.
And she goes over and walks to Isabella and leans in real close and just lightly bites her neck a little bit, but not enough to draw blood. It was fun on the boat that night.
We'll have to do it again then.
Look,
Well,
look. They say that the boat life changes you, and obviously it changes you. So
I must run. Goodbye, Jenny. And she comes over and kisses Jenny on the cheek.
Ginny returns the kiss, and she's like, look forward to seeing you later.
And then you see, Lamar, a hole rip in the air. It starts as a line, but it's just a jagged hole. And beyond it, whipping winds. You can hear the wind as she steps in it, and the hole closes behind her.
Lamar looks at Jackie. Yeah, what you said did not even scratch the fucking surface.
I do recommend jumping in on that, Lamar. How often do you get to say you bang a Methuselah?
Yeah, I can't say that I've done that, so
Exactly.
You'll have to
All
tell me
right.
all about it.
Look, you can ask Roscoe. He spirit touched my finger. Look, if you can get some training from Roscoe, learn some of those Tremere tricks while I'm away, and we come back, I'll be like, "Hey, Lamar, touch my finger," and then you'll know what I'm talking about.
here I thought having a few extra arms was was the ticket.
I don't know. I don't know what she sees in me. I'm just a lowly ass gangrel.
Please, you gave her a
Stop.
ride as an owl.
had to be self-deprecating to finish the joke.
You
I
becoming like
am
a
the queen of my
bear.
fucking empire here. Of course I'm not lowly. Shit. She told me I was special. And I believed her. Just like when my parents said it. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. They never said I was special.
Jenny, you are special, darling.
I know. No, this has been fantastic. I love having the gang back together, minus little brother, who somebody needs to fucking punch in the face. So, yeah.
Well, we can't do anything if he is on the other side of the shroud.
Yeah.
Jenny,
I wish we could have Corey bring him back.
you get a call on your phone. It's from the front desk of your hotel.
Mm-hmm. Jenny's gonna take it.
Ma'am, there's an individual here, goes by the name of Michaela. It says he's here to meet you and your friends, and it's important.
All right. Send him to, and she like names off like one of like the closed banquet rooms or whatever. We'll come down and see him.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Who
There
is
is
it?
apparently a Michaela, I think is what the doorman said. They're here to see us.
I know who that is.
Okay, cool.
That
Because
is
I have no fucking clue.
that is one of Jessica Lucinda's associates. One of her archons, I believe. It is he's a Banu Hakim.
Okay. Well, hopefully this isn't the part where the other shoe drops and we're the ones who get squished by it. So
We shall see.
anyway, forward into
Likely
the night,
he
y'all.
tracked me.
Been up to no good, Jackie.
Darling, I'm always good. If I'm not good, I'm very good at it.
So as the
Uh,
go ahead, Jenny. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying Ginny's gonna lead everybody out to like the elevator since she knows where she sent the person, so she'll lead the group.
You're taking. It's a very nice banquet room. Jenny has set up one hell of a luxury hotel.
Mhm.
But as you enter the room, there's a man. He's got short-cut dark hair. He's in a suit. But the oddest part is you look at him, but your eyes almost glance past him constantly. He is so unremarkable that even alone in the room, you're not sure you could remember how to describe him afterwards.
Jackie walks forward and does a bow. Michaela, it's a pleasure to see you again.
Colette,
Indeed.
you are missing one, but considering the one you were missing, it's understandable. You are summoned at this time to the Chicago Central Library.
All right.
You will report immediately to sit before a conclave of Justicars.
All right.
We expect you within the hour.
Thank you for notifying us. We will be prompt.
And Michaela turns and walks right out of the room. And when he leaves, again, you don't think you could describe what his face looked like after he left the room.
I'm sorry. Did he say conclave?
Yes.
Like the big important meeting where everybody gets together? Like we're talking like everybody.
Or at least whoever is here.
That's everybody right now, let's be honest.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Well,
shit
let us
really
go.
doesn't change.
Yeah, as they're walking out, Ginny's gonna punch a hole in the wall real fast. She's kind of pissed, so
Okay, and you head down and, well, the Rolls is big. It's made for the diplomats to transport people, so everyone piles into the vehicle. And at the end, ma'am,
We are to attend a conclave at the Chicago Central Library.
Peter, you know where that is? Drive. And at this point, as you're moving through the city, curfew is landed.
Mm-hmm.
And you do get stopped, but every time you get stopped, they go over, end up having to be sent to the rear passenger door where Etienne reveals diplomatic credentials. He's on official business of the British Embassy. And you're waved right through each of them. And as you pull up in front of the Chicago Central Library, right here, everybody, we're going to go to break. Well, Nicholas is on the other side being played with. Lamar is back, and the rest of the coterie. I don't think Lamar wanted to come back to a conclave, but guess what? Welcome to the party, Al. We'll see everybody in 10 minutes. Please enjoy the break.
Allow me to introduce myself, though I fear you've heard my name, that you've heard the story of Countess Bathory. History is told by the victors, heroic warriors, and mad kings. Will you hear my story from the lips of Bathory? They call me King Demon, Queen of Hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins, beautiful, drinking the blood of virgins. She really is your black Bathory. I was very wealthy and powerful, a widow with political rivals keen to destroy me and take my property. My plea was never offered. All my confessors were all tortured, or how they destroyed me for my property. They put me up, shut me up, shut me up, put me up, put me up, shut me up, and told a story of a bitch called Bathory. Let's King Demon, Queen of Hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow I've always been the hunter, nothing on my tail. But there was something in you I knew could make that change. To capture a predator, you can't remain the prey. You have to become an equal in every way. So look in the mirror and tell me, who do you see? Is it still you? Or is it me? Become the beast. We don't have to hide. Do I terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. So embrace the darkness, and I will help you see that you can be limitless and fearless if you follow me. We are the lions in a world of lies. We are the predators, the hunters, the hunters, the hunters. Become the beast. We don't have to hide. Do I terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin to burrow within. Do you burrow within? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or Or do you feel alive?
Welcome back, everybody. Before the break, Lamar came back in town and arrived at his haven to a present from Nicholas as Nicholas fled through the shroud into the other side, where he ran into, of course, some people who have a grudge towards him. And the coterie got together to fill Lamar in on all the things that Lamar has missed, which has been enough to give Lamar, I think, whiplash. But before we start the second half, as they've been summoned before a conclave of Justicars, I have to make a bit of an announcement here. Please be aware, the events in this second half have been discussed by all the players involved. All the players involved have chosen that this be the story that they are telling and have chosen the way this story goes and how it ends. So for any viewers out there, understand, this is what the players have wanted to see as the conclusion of their particular story. As we left, you all are outside the library. You have a few minutes to talk still, of course, because you had an hour to get there. I turn it over to the players as you're sitting in the Rolls Royce.
Oh, Lamar, you mentioned my shop burning down. Yeah, it did. But I did manage to save that one special piece you like, and I've shipped it up to Milwaukee, so you can play with it when we go up there.
Great, because I think I found a lead on that, but I'm gonna.
No way. I've been looking for decades. What? I need to know. I mean, if we make it through this, whatever.
Yeah, if we make it through this, because if I tell you and then we both get ashed, well, we're gonna be sitting in the afterlife like, damn.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we get through this. Because of the fall of Tyrus, the Wolfpack lost their status as Archons.
Oh.
There has been a change of leadership. Nitro is now leading what remains of the Wolfpack, and Dread has stepped away. They had a disagreement of sorts, and he chose to leave. I fully expect Nitro to go on a vengeance pack for a while. But Dread will be joining us in Milwaukee.
All right. I mean, good to have the guy.
Hopefully we survive this so that can happen.
Well, I think if they really wanted us ashed, they could have done it right.
They could have done it out of hand.
Then they sent a Banu Hakim to deliver the message, which is kind of like a message in itself. So,
And it's one I'm familiar with.
I guess before we go, let me just make sure I understand what's been happening. So Jackson's still the prince right now.
Yes, no one has removed him from his praxis. It was thought that he might have been destroyed in the explosions, but he has resurfaced. We sheltered him for a time until he was ready to plan his resurrection, as it were. And he also had me go out and tell Wineka to send his army out, and I'm pretty sure that's what happened to Nero.
Well, damn. All right.
So, yes.
So, but then Maxwell wants to be prince.
Oh, yes, and Alexa was working for him. Big shock there. She's always been a turncoat. But she got destroyed by Damien and his boys, and I now have her fangs.
Ah, just the good hits keep on coming. So Damien wiped her out, and then we think Loden is gone. We think Loden's maybe been wiped out. Odds are,
if Fatima is here this evening, he's likely gone.
Right?
Because she would not leave the hunt.
And that's pretty much all of Jackson's, well, not all of Jackson's Primogen Council, but some of the ones that were pretty instrumental in preserving the peace are off the table.
Well, it also gives him an opportunity to start from scratch without those old entrenched ones lording it over his head.
Right. But they also aren't going to, well, they weren't going to stand up for him if he couldn't handle it for himself.
Exactly. But Primogen Stewart is still around. Jenny actually rescued her. Cedric will be leaving his position and joining us. He will be my spy master.
I dig it.
And another Nosferatu will be joining us. Antoine Delacour. He is actually my son.
Wait, like your son?
Yes, like I birthed him, a long time ago. Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Wait. He's a Nosferatu.
Yes. His sire has been in town. His sire is the child of an Archon. I fully expect this Archon to be here tonight and will try to be a thorn in my side because I have been telling the truth about my son's sire, that he did not uphold terms of a deal made with my sire, so he is not to be one to broker with. And it has prevented him from being able to get his stuff done. Waneka talked to me about it and said, yes, he's having to cash in his own favors to get things done for my son's sire, Andre. And I said, well, then I suggest you make Andre your bitch.
Yeah, that's a good way to handle that.
Because I'm not going to stop telling the truth.
All right. Well, let's get in here, figure out what these what these high muckety mucks want, and move on with our fucking night.
Absolutely.
As you get out of the car, Peter and Etienne, they're sure as hell not going in this place with what's going on. And as you walk up to the door, Michaela is already at the door waiting. You will go inside. You will take an immediate left and go into the room there. There you will stand before the table.
All right. And we go in.
I wish you luck.
Appreciate it, Michaela.
And as you go in, to your left, there's one of the rooms that you can always get at the libraries.
Mm-hmm.
When you step in there, there's a single long table that goes crosswise, perpendicular to the door you step in. Seated at the table as you're stepping in are 6 individuals. One, horribly disfigured, is sitting at the table. The next one, Jackie, you recognize right off. A short-cut blonde hair tonight. Justicar Parr is at the table. One of them I know Roscoe definitely recognizes. Justicar Carfax, wearing a nice suit tonight. One I think many of you have seen. Justicar Lucinda is seated there. Next door is a Middle Eastern woman who has a two-handed sword, looks like it's made of silver, sitting on the table in front of her. I don't know who she is yet. And the last one there is a man, short, almost buzz cut, very close cropped black hair, in a suit that costs as much as a lot of people's vehicles, with a large ring that has a amethyst set on it that's visible. And as you stand in front of the table,
Jackie actually curtsies to them.
When Ginny sees Jackie curtsy, she kind of does like a bow. So
Yeah, Isabel does the same.
the woman sitting towards the center of the table with Jackie, and I know Jackie met her. No, I think Lamar met her briefly as well. It's hard to remember, but she Thank you for coming. Let me do our introductions. I am Justicar Lucinda. On the end, Justicar McDonald, Clan Nosferatu. Justicar Parr, Clan Malkavian. Justicar Carfax, Clan Shamir. Justicar Fatima, Clan Banu Akim. And here, representing Justicar Yosef, is Lucius Antonius. Justicar Yosef could not be here, but he sent his delegate. You are brought here for several reasons. First of all, we must discuss your hand in the events that are portrayed in the city right now. You had an active role in Masquerade breaches. Explain your part in that.
Which?
And the one who is identified as Justicar McDonald, you know which. You blew up buildings. You planted bombs. For that is a masquerade breach. You should be destroyed.
I did not blow up buildings. Packages were delivered as requested.
You knew what was in them.
I still did not blow up buildings.
Semantics. An example must be made.
And then I'm sure with that sword it has been.
And Parr actually yawns.
Orchestrated.
Parr literally yawns as Justicar McDonald is going on a tirade.
Mm-hmm.
You should be destroyed for this.
The one who orchestrated it obviously has. That is his sword.
Yes, Justicar Fatima has taken care of it, but that does not absolve you of responsibility. And Parr said besides her goes, we already went through this. Lucinda. Molly, calm down. We had this talk. We've already voted. Stating your case again will not change things. Do you have justification for what you've done?
Yes. Loden sent one of his ill-gotten childer to deliver a bag with these packages in it, and it was basically told to us that we would deliver them as instructed, we would be observed, and if we did not, we would basically, without saying as much, be destroyed. And as soon as it was done, we informed Prince Jackson.
What do your friends have to say?
It was part of an agreement we have with Jackson. Knowing that the upcoming political strife was a possibility, he asked us to find out information. This was part of that process.
We have discussed things at length. I would like you to know it was a close vote. But Justicar Parr has recommended leniency based on services that have been rendered by Colette.
It has been my honor to serve you, Justicar Parr.
And Justicar Parr just looks at you and nods a bit. We have decided for now to allow this to pass because we have a bigger problem. What do you know of this Nicholas Bowen's character?
He is a Hecata, descendant of Roger de Camden. He had issues with a spirit attached to a fetter that he wore. And these issues led to a downward spiral for him. It appears he has lashed out in a way that is detrimental to his continued existence.
Just Carfax, if you will relay what you found when you investigated. And just Carfax nods his head. After being informed by Sheriff Damien of the potential, I went to the location I was given. Scanned the area, relived the events of him infecting someone. Then I began to follow the trace back. Located him coming and going from an apartment. When I went into the apartment, I found a pile of ash and blood. Now, I have investigated that. There was a mortal's body. And I saw Mr. Cade, who had entered the place. Shortly after, Mr. Bowens had departed through the sheet, who I suspect to go to the other side. Mr. Rond destroyed the body. And then they left. Nicholas Bowen's current whereabouts are unknown. I have attempted to follow, but all I can track to is that sheet he went through.
I have it on some authority that he has crossed over to the land of the dead.
Mr. Cade, I need your perspective on this. Please describe the events of tonight.
Now I'm going to preface all this with I literally stepped off a plane a couple hours ago and went to my haven that I had allowed Mr. Bowens to stay at. And I walked in, found the body on the floor, found what was left of a project he had going and took care of that. Something's not right with him. And if he's behind the events that are going on right now, he's put all of us in danger. And if that's the case, then we, and he gestures to the rest of the coterie, we need to be the ones that deal with him.
And the one who is identified as Archon Lucius Antonicus nods. Always good to clean up your own messes.
And Jackie just nods.
And he looks over at Justicar Lucinda. Justicar, my position has not changed. And Justicar Lucinda looks at each one, and each one nods their head. Before this gathering of Justicars, Nicholas Bowens is declared anathema to us. A blood hunt is placed upon his head. He shall be destroyed if found. Any who harbor him shall suffer the same fate. An example will be made. And Justicar Fatima pulls out what looks to, it's an odd, weird-looking implement. And she lays it on top of the sword, and just with a dry voice, and before you kill him, give them this. Return it to him. He'll know.
Jackie goes up and takes it.
Jackie's been around a while. It appears to be a rib spreader, of all things. It's got a few nicks on it.
It will be done.
Now, you have plans to take praxis in Milwaukee.
Indeed.
It is the judgment of this conclave of Justicars and their representative, of course. You will leave the city. Take your praxis but leave Chicago for a time.
Of course.
You have been involved directly or indirectly in a bit much. Justicar Parr has argued that it's best to let the heat die down a little.
We are of the same mind on this.
As you're sitting there, you start hearing singing. Rock-a-bye, baby, on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock.
Jackie's going to turn towards the sound.
It's coming from everywhere.
Guessing no one here is doing that.
All the Justicars have started looking at each other. Justicar Carfax's eyes have gone glazed a bit. Justicar Fatima has put her hand on the sword. When the bow breaks, the cradle will fall. And down will come kindred, cradle and all. And a little girl skips into the room. Everyone except Lamar has seen this little girl in the madam's place. She's manifested fully on this side. What have we here? So much dead in one place. And Carfax speaks. Interesting. She is a wraith on our side.
Jenny kind of stammers, not to be impudent or whatever, Justicars. I believe she's one of the madam's representatives.
That seems to cause a stir at the table.
Jenny starts kind of backing away from the child thing, though, as she says that.
I come with a peace offering from my mistress. Stay out of her affairs. And she's looking dead at the Justicars. You know you do not want to pursue her in her tower. But we have an olive branch. And the girl gestures and a tear opens. And out of the tear comes Nicholas bound in chains. Like completely bound. Nicholas, you have been beaten up, pummeled, smacked around, bound in chains, which they're made of a metal that you can't quite identify, and then thrown into this room. Take the peace offering and leave her be. And the little girl steps through the opening that Nicholas came out of as it closes behind her. But as it closes, you hear her laughter. It's like nails on a chalkboard to everyone in the room. Unexpected?
Jackie takes the rib spreader and literally tosses it at Nicholas.
There's your rib spreader back, Nicholas.
Ginny actually jumps at Nicholas and tries to just like knock him onto the ground. She's actually, if she gets him on the ground, she's putting her hands around his throat.
Oh, he is chained up, wrapped up. He can't even move. When he was thrown in, he was on the ground already.
Oh, okay. So
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I'm just like bound on the ground.
Cool. Ginny's going to jump on him, then she's just going to straddle him and just start like throttling his fucking neck.
And if you make a move, Isabella will try and stop you.
Lucinda's hand slams into the table. Stop. Mr. Bowens, explain yourself. You're accused of causing a masquerade breach by infecting mortals with tuberculosis. At a time when the city is already under scrutiny.
What evidence is there that I did such a thing other than words?
One of the men stand up. I have investigated. I have found the truth to it. Let's try it this way. And he reaches down beside him and he pulls out a crown that appears to be made of thorns. And he places it on your bound head. Did you do it?
Does Unswayable Mind have any effect against this?
And you don't know.
Well, it affects how I answer.
But you have no clue if it would work or not. So you're just going to have to answer however you feel to answer and see what happens. You don't know what the hell this crown is. You've never seen the like of it. Only one here that knows anything about it is Roscoe.
Would Lamar know that, possibly know that it's some kind of blood magic?
You've never
Ritual?
seen something like
Okay.
that.
And I would just say, it is in your best interest to answer truthfully.
I could have. I don't remember.
The thorns don't pierce you because you were out of it at the time. That is close enough. And to prove what this does, Mr. Akers, we require a show of loyalty. Please place this on your head. And he hands it to you and lets you place it on your own head.
I do. I put it on my head.
Mr. Akers, is the sky blue?
No, it's green.
And you all see the thorns grow and stab into his skull. You'll take one superficial from the wound. There is showing the artifact works. Thank you, Mr. Akers. You may return the crown to me.
And I do.
By the liar's crown, Mr. Bowens does not remember doing it. He is not sure. My testimony enough is all we need. And I saw the act through Tremere sorcery.
Then it seems your minds are already made up.
Yes, actually, it was. And a man you don't recognize who has a large amethyst ring on his finger. An example must be made to show a sign of strength.
This city lost its strength years ago. I'm not afraid of death.
And the woman in the center, you have been declared under a blood hunt. You are to be destroyed. Whether you fear death or not, it comes for you tonight.
And he'll look the person like straight in the eyes. Death comes for us all. I'm just willing to face it.
And a woman that you don't recognize, it's Justicar Parr, she actually laughs. And it comes sooner for you than the rest of us.
It'll come for you too. It'll come for all of you.
Perhaps. And the Middle Eastern woman who has a large sword in front of her, you spoke of taking care of your own problems. Yes?
Yes.
He is under the blood hunt. What is the penalty for this?
Destruction.
Death.
Clean up your mess.
Isabella will go up to him. Then she'll like stroke the side of his face, lean in and whisper in his ear, "Good luck seeing your sister again." When you're
And
locked up.
he'll kind of like look over towards her, look her right in her eyes. Tell Emilio I said hi.
I'll tell Nick too. Or Matthew.
Once I'm gone, you can't hurt him anymore.
What you think. And she'll try and drink.
Okay? So, you get to roll. Here it comes. As you begin to drink him down, you get to roll strength and resolve, or I'll let you roll composure and resolve or intelligence resolve. Pick one. Difficulty is 3. There was your first one. Nicholas has a blood potency of 3, so you must do that 3 times. And that was your first. Your second, you got 6 on the first, 8 on the second. Not bad. Now your final roll. Two is a failure. You got to willpower that one. Otherwise, you have failed. Only 2 successes. As you attempt to drain him down.
Like as he's like starting to feel like the light just kind of like fading out, he's just going to start laughing.
The spark as you drain the last of his blood, the bit that is Nicholas. It's in your grasp. You can feel Nicholas's being, everything he is. And then it slips away from you into the netherworld as his body turns to ash. And for you, Nicholas, you are on the other side, trapped in a cocoon of gossamer fabric, standing over your body.
I imagine at this point, the first thing that comes to Nicholas's mind is interesting.
For the rest of you, as his body turns to ash, Justikar, Fatima, it is done. Sentence has been passed. What has been done here tonight shall be told to all kindred in the city. Justikar Lucinda just nods her head. Clean up your mess and depart this conclave.
Jackie gathers up the ash into a bag, a Ziploc bag that she has in her purse. She has a stash of these now. And she mutters under her breath, "That makes 3." And puts the remains in her purse.
As you go to leave, Justicar Fatima stands up, picks up the silver sword, throws it on the floor in front of you all. That was his. It is yours now.
Jackie will pick it up.
Now, you've heard descriptions of this weapon. This was Loden's.
Mm-hmm. And Jackie curtsies to Justicar Fatima.
Justicar Parr stands and looks. Good luck in Milwaukee. We will be in touch.
Thank you, Justicar Parr.
I release you from your service. For now.
Thank you.
And Lucinda goes, this conclave is concluded.
And we leave.
And as you all leave, down one member permanently. Nicholas, you're still trapped in the call. You'll be there for a while, don't worry. It's take you a little bit to break free of it. But you'll be free soon enough. The coterie returns to the vehicle. Netian eyeballs the sword, of course, because that wasn't there a minute ago.
Fatima took care of Loden. This is his sword. She gave it to us.
That was not on my list of things that I was going to see tonight. Fuck. That. Couldn't even beg for mercy or show any contrition. He just didn't give a fuck. If I get to that, I'm sorry, go ahead.
As I said, he was spiraling.
God damn it, Nicholas.
If you get to that point, I'll put you out of your misery.
Good, because I want you to.
Isabella's like pacing. Probably like.
Well, you're in the
throwing in a
car,
kick
so
every once in a while.
you're
Oh,
switching
in the car
seats.
now?
She's like fidgeting.
And switching seats.
Oh, yeah.
You're switching sides in the seats and everything. I mean, you're pacing
Yeah.
in a
When
car.
she sits by Jackie, Jackie puts a hand on her hand. Isabella, when we are delivered Decker, you may have him, as you wished in the beginning.
Thank you.
Of course.
We still get one amongst this whole time. Some form of revenge. Didn't get Amelia. Didn't get Nicholas.
Wait, did we deal with Amelia too?
Oh, yes. Nicholas diablerized her. And Emilio was basically plagued by Amelia and dying. So Nicholas took advantage of Isabella having to embrace him to save him so that he could diablerize her, which basically started this whole issue between Nicholas and Isabella.
All right. So we're going to go to Milwaukee. We're going to deal with Decker so that you can take over.
Yes.
You tell me what you need, I will get it. If we have to burn that city to the ground to make it happen, we will do it and then rebuild from the ashes. And then afterward, I will do whatever job you give me. I will.
You have a position, darling.
But I'm sick of shit like this. I am beyond sick of bullshit like this.
Shit like this will not happen under my watch. I suggest, if you can, get with your guy and arm up. Deco will be easy, but there may be others that we have to eliminate.
Say less.
Yeah, this whole Justicar sit around thing really put a crink in my plans. I was planning on killing myself at least one gangrel tonight, but yeah. Oh, well.
The night's
Can't
still
have everything.
the night's still young.
Oh, true. I don't know. I just have to jet up to Milwaukee, and I'm planning on at least killing one of them, maybe a couple of them. So they'll hear the sound of trumpets and a red carpet rolling out, and there'll be some ashes laying around, and then Jackie can just walk into Milwaukee. So
Well, once I take out Decca, there's nothing to stop me. There's no prince.
exactly.
And if they want to get froggy, well, they can learn, as others have learned.
Isabella, you look like you're having a terrible night. Would you like to join me, have some fun?
Depends on what your fun is.
Would you like to knock some skulls together?
Yes.
Okay, I will even throw in some of the special party favors, which you don't seem too enthusiastic about, which is really disappointing because I was saving them for just the right moment when you have like the fucking party vibe and everything. But
Yeah, I'm not going to say no. I'm sure it'll help. But I am thoroughly pissed. So you're not going to get much more of a reaction from me right now, other than anger.
oh, we can channel that anger.
Exactly.
You're gonna do great things, and it's gonna make Milwaukee even easier than it already was.
I assume you're going back to Phoenix,
Not Phoenix.
or sorry, Amethyst.
Mhm.
Please, anyone who has Since the Unseen, please give me your result or wits auspex, because this is involuntary and I just don't feel like rolling it for everybody. I just want to see what you all get. Dice flying. Wow, nice 7, 5.
I literally can't get better than that.
Yeah.
Every die is a success.
As you're pulling up out front of Amethyst, there's a guy leaning against the building, hazy and indistinct, but Jackie and Roscoe can see him, but you also recognize him. Nick is actually leaning against the building. It's obvious he's using unseen passage,
Mm-hmm.
and he's waiting.
Oh, Lamar, Nick is here. Oh, by the way, he now calls you Sweet Cheeks.
Well, better than not being called at all. You know what? I'll get out first.
All right.
And Lamar will get out first so that
You get out of the vehicle. Jackie and Roscoe see him immediately move over, but you don't see him until you hear a voice whisper real close to you. I didn't expect to see you in town, Sweet Cheeks.
what can I say? I'm a great surprise. Let's just call it that.
We should go somewhere to talk that's not near this lobby full of ATF people over there. I assume
Probably
your
a good
friends are
idea.
in the vehicle.
They are.
I'll follow him. Tell him go upstairs. I'll ride up with him.
No problem. And Lamar will pass the message.
All right. We'll go back to the banker room where we met Michaela. So
All right.
it'll be fine.
And he follows you all in there. The only ones you can really see him, Lamar can see him now because he whispered in Lamar's ear. So if Lamar sees him, it's Nick still looking like Nick always does, wearing jeans, ratty jeans, t-shirt. When you get into the room and shut the door, he appears before everybody. Hey, when did you get back in town, Sweet Cheeks? I wasn't expecting to see you.
A few hours ago.
Why'd you come back to this shit, man?
You know, when I left LA, I was like, I'm going back where people are fucking sane, where stuff isn't crazy. And I forgot this is Chicago. Everything's fucked here.
Oh, yeah, everything's fucked here for sure. It's gotten crazy out there.
Yeah.
Jackie, what I'm here for is it's a side job thing, not with it's not with Cedric's shit.
What is it?
I had some short black hair, short guy, kind of odd looking. He come up. Now, someone's passed messages back and forth. You know, I do side contract work all
Yes,
the
of
time.
course.
He said you'd understand the reference, but he said the package will be in Milwaukee tomorrow at 10 p.m. And he gave you an address.
She takes it.
And he gives you an address. It's one of the few tall buildings in Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Something important?
Yes. I will become Queen of Milwaukee tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
Oh, good. You got to cut me in on this shit. What you need?
Come see me after we get established.
I mean, how are you going to get to Milwaukee? You know, I can arrange
Oh,
travel.
that's true. I personally have an army taking me, but the others may need to ride Rocky Air.
You say it because he's been kind of... I think he's getting depressed because he hasn't had a lot of good flights lately. With the shit going on, you know, he doesn't have much reason to be flying around as much. So I think it'll help cheer him up a bit if you all want to take a ride.
Here. And she takes out a card and writes on the back an address. Deliver my associates to this address.
Okay, I can do that. I'll make sure he's ready.
Thank you. There will be a helipad there.
We can do that.
Excellent.
Hey, he'll be glad to see you, sweet cheeks.
Wait. You mean we're going to get in on that thing with him again? That
I'm not
flying
going to
death
tell him
trap?
you said that. I won't tell him you said that. He gets really hurt when people talk bad about his flying.
Fine. What's the weight limit? Because I need to make sure I can bring all the stuff we need.
More than you can carry.
Well, considering myself and my ghouls are not going to be on there and our accoutrements, there is a little extra that you can pack in.
He got a new toy he'd love to fly anyway.
Oh, what is it?
Surplus Blackhawk.
Nice.
Well, I think it's surplus. It's hard to tell with him.
I was going to say, they don't just leave those lying around.
It doesn't have any guns or anything, but it looks cool.
Yes, well, everyone do prepare to bring whatever you need for your urgent needs with you. That will be our new residence for the time being.
Fair enough. I better call Stan.
What kind of fun are we going to be having there?
Decca's going to be destroyed.
All right, now I like this story. Okay.
Possibly Anastasia.
I can't
If
be
you
involved in that.
if you don't want to be involved with that, then don't.
Cedric's briefed me on stay out of it.
I understand. But from my understanding, she really doesn't want a Ventru running things, and if she chooses to try to side with Decca over me, then she needs to be eliminated.
Like I said, I got my orders. I'll stay out of that one.
I understand.
It's going to be like the good old days, though. We're going to get to go hunting, right, Lamar?
Yep.
It's
just like the good old
Praxis,
days.
of course.
You know, for a Praxis war in this city, I've been awful bored.
You won't be in Milwaukee.
Let me go get the boys together. And as he turns to walk out, he fades from view right in front of everybody.
I need to go. I will actually head there tonight. Get everything. Make sure it's set up properly.
You sure? You don't want us to back you up tonight? I mean,
I'll be fine. I literally have an army escorting me. Dread has a large group of Hell's Angels.
oh shit. Well, all right.
Like 30 of them or more. So, I will be able to navigate the Goblin roads and get there safely. I recently purchased a mansion near the city proper. It has enough rooms for all of us coming from this city to stay.
It'll be sad not to go to another Cubs game, but I guess I could try to like the Brewers.
You all can reach me by the sat phone if you need me. And Jackie will.
Is Jackie going to give people a ride home? Because curfew's out. Some people
Yeah, if people need a ride home.
people can't travel as easy. In
she can
particular,
give-
Roscoe kind of has a problem moving after curfew.
And Lamar, I understand if you do not wish to stay at your place, you can either stay at mine or I'm sure Jenny will accommodate you here.
Oh yeah, if you want to be put up here, I can put you up here. So
You know
I
what?
would like to visit your place, Lamar, even if you don't go back.
Lamar takes out the keys and tosses them to her. But burn the son of a bitch down after you're done, if for all I care. And
Things down.
You don't have any special any items hidden under the floorboards that might be a problem if they go up in flames, do you?
no, I moved those somewhere else. But I will be talking to Stan tomorrow night about some extra stuff. Jenny, if you don't mind, I'll take you up on that.
oh no worries. Got plenty of rooms, and the ATF can't use all of them. Sorry, that's just a write-off joke. Don't worry about it. They're getting charged for all the rooms, so don't worry.
You're gonna have to tell me a story about why they're even here in the first place. Is it part of the curfew thing?
Very short story. When they were setting up places, I said, hey, you guys can set up a command center here because we've got rooms so your agents can sleep. You can get food. We have a kitchen here, et cetera, et cetera. It's one of those things that looks really nice when you're nice to the alphabet companies. You know, you rub their back, they rub your back.
And generally, it keeps the Second Inquisition off your back.
Yep.
Okay, makes sense.
It's just one of those nice business decisions. The ATF is actually, well, it's fantastic. It's better than the FBI or something, because at least then I don't have to worry about them. I don't know. Sometimes if I ever need to call in a favor for something food related or something a little suspicious, it's better to have them in my back pocket. So.
So Jackie's going to take Roscoe
And Isabella.
and Isabella. Isabella, are you heading to Nicholas's or Lamar's haven tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, Jackie will swing
Especially
you by
if-
there after we drop off, unless Roscoe wants to go too.
Sure, I'll go.
Okay.
So as the rest of you are settling in, Jackie, Isabella, and Roscoe, you head over to Lamar's apartment. You got the keys, you go in, and the ashes are gone. The blood's still there. The sheet's still there. And bits of Bob Possum are still there.
Isabella is gonna search the place top to bottom for any hint of where Matthew went.
Don't find anything showing where Matthew went. He flew out on, I believe it was Jackie's jet, so
Ah,
What are you looking for, Isabella?
trying to see if I can find out where Matthew went.
I can get the flight logs pulled.
That'd be great. I'd appreciate it.
Of course. I'll have them for you tomorrow night.
We're on a clock, apparently.
Indeed. Well, if there's anything else you'd like to do here,
Nope, just hoping for something. Well, she'll go ahead and grab. I don't know if Nicholas wears like cologne or anything, but she'll grab some of Nicholas's clothes.
There's not much there. He didn't really bring much. Most of his shit was burned up.
She's gonna grab what she can.
Actually, I'm thinking about it. His Haven burned down. He came back. It was burned down. He only had the clothes on his back, which he wore into the underworld. There are none of Nicholas's clothes there. His medical bag's there because he couldn't take it with him.
She'll take that then.
Okay.
Her
there's a
mindset
Reaper
is
plushie in the medical bag still.
Jackie will grab the skulls because she'll put those in Lamar's new room at the mansion.
I would like to collect some small knickknack that I recognized as Nicholas's.
The ribcage shredder. Do it.
No, something small and
Piece of Bob Possum.
no.
The bag Bob Possum stayed in.
The little Grim Reaper inside his medical bag.
That's what I said. The plushie, the Grim Reaper plushie.
Yeah.
But did Isabella grab that though?
She grabbed the old medical bag.
If you want it and like make a gesture for it or say that you want something, she'll hand it to you.
Yes, I
It's
will.
not what she needs. She's
I was
looking
gonna
for other
say
reasons.
there would that like mainly in that bag would have been Possum, the plushie, and then
Medical
like
tools.
lots of little medical tools, and then anything for rituals.
Yeah.
So you'd have like little vials, things like that.
Take the plushie if you're willing to give that up.
Of course, have it. I want his only enough stuff of his to get this job done.
As you gather that up, Jackie eventually takes you back to your haven and Roscoe to his.
Jackie
is going to contact Dredd to get
contacts Dredd and
for the Hell's Angels escort, where she is. They ask Dredd as she's getting on the bike whether that's his old lady.
What does he say?
His reply is, "You don't know how old she is," and he laughs about it.
And she just looks back and smiles.
This is where we're going to end, everybody. Season 10, episode 12. We got one left. Lamar, welcome back. You came into a shitstorm.
Oh, yeah.
And you saw Nicholas die to it. Well, you can't tell it's a failed diablerie, but you know she drank him down into death. The only one who knows for sure it was failed is Isabella.
Really pissed. So
yeah,
obviously it wasn't successful.
Based on how pissed she was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like when he
the
left,
amount of
things were
anger.
Great.
Yeah.
And the odd part about it was Nicholas was waiting for it, was taunting the Justicars with his death. One episode left, everybody. Coming to an end right here. I'd like to thank you, the viewers, and my players, of course. And again, welcome back. Lamar, you've come back right at the end for the fun.
And thank you, Timber Brad. That was a hell of a fucking character story.
Yes.
The arc went up and then straight to the bottom.
You know, in order for anything to honestly take such a stellar nosedive, you got to get up there.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's just nowhere but down.
Yeah.
And again, I'm going to point out, this storyline was agreed upon by the players. Of course, they hope to pull off a diablerie.
It was so thematically appropriate,
gosh,
though,
I
that he just
know.
did that last fuck you to Isabella.
I know, it was so good.
Be ready.
As a player, I spent all of my XP for like the past basically all the XP we've gotten in recent history to try and succeed that diablerie, and I had 8 fucking dice, and then I willpowered it, and it still wasn't enough.
You got 6, then you got 8 successes, then 2.
Oh, it hurt so bad.
I know, that's so disappointing.
Oh,
Be ready with questions when we get to the final cast Q&A, because we only have one more of those and then it's over. It'll be our final one.
Yeah.
So please join us on our Discord. Talk about this episode in Chi-Town Chat. We do hangouts every few weeks on Zoom, just, to be social with people. We cast our shows from here. After next week's episode, I'll be posting up a casting call for Kansas City by Night, or Kansas City After Dark. Tentative name. There'll be a better name for that, trust me. But that'll be the next chronicle we're telling here. You want to catch our back episodes, YouTube? You'll find our back episodes of this series, Changeling, Werewolf, Vampire Dark Ages, Demon, Wraith, it's all there. Bunch of one-shots. Mama's run a number of independent one-shots. She loves her indie developers.
I do.
So check those out. You want to get you some Windy City merch? Get your Windy City merch. The camp counselor is back, so get your camp counselor Wish a Motherfucker Would t-shirt because he's back. Let's see. Bits and donations, everybody. They go to the players, not to the studio. It's a way to give back to
Show
the players.
off your biddies.
That's right. It costs money to do this even for the players. There is time is money. There's effort involved. There's mental spoons involved. There's coordination bodies. Trust me, give something to the players. If you want to give to the studio, of course, you can subscribe here on Twitch. You can go to our KoFi. If you watch it on YouTube, of course, subscribe to the channel on YouTube. That's free. Like the video. That's free. Comment on the video. That's free. That all drives up our search ratings. Maybe we'll go back to making $24 on YouTube in a month. Maybe. I think right now we're at $22.70 for the month. For the last 30 days. Ooh, big YouTube monies. Big monies. That's it for me. I can turn it over to my wife for her portion of the outro for the schedule.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us as we basically now are exiting Chicago proper. Coming up over the next week, on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have Dark Ages, Vampire, Glimpses of the Past.
Glimpses of History.
Glimpses of History, sorry. Glimpses of History. It's so new, I don't remember the damn name of it. But
800 years of kindred history will be told by the end of the Chronicle.
we are going into deep Transylvanian territory now on fucking covered horse-drawn cart. My back aches just thinking about that trek.
Up into the Carpathian Mountains on a cart with no shocks.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Won't be me.
Yeah, so join us 8 p.m. Wednesday for that. Fun. Yeah, and on Friday, we have Star Wars run by Ravnos Archon at 8 p.m. Eastern. Join us for that. It's crazy. And then still not time for Tis to come back. She's not coming back until later in the month. So we'll be back here for the final episode of the series of Windy City After Dark at 5 p.m. Eastern.
The conclusion of the Chronicle, everybody.
Yep.
One more episode left.
Chronicle finale.
Yep. Wonder what's going to happen. Wonder what's left to happen. They're down one Coda, remember, permanently in every way, shape, and form, though he's in a call on the other side. Isabella may end up haunted by the ghost of Nicholas. Isabella's not looking happy with that one.
Oh.
But I do thank you all for coming for this. And as always, mental health, everybody, it's not a joke, not a laughing matter. Take your mental health seriously. Take others' mental health seriously. Check in on them. Reach out to them. Be a lifeline because a lot of people need it. And if you suffer from mental health issues, like many of us do here, first of all, it's okay to not be okay. Nothing wrong with admitting to yourself and others you struggle with your mental health. And reach out to those, your own support network. But I know it's tough to do that for a lot of people. So in chat is a list of numbers you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There'll be a professional on the other end of the line to be your support network. Please do it if you need it. If you are in crisis, please take care of yourself. And if you're not in the U.S., find a helpline. Put in your country of origin, find out the helplines in your country. Because people, mental health is health, and we want you to be around for a long time. We've got more chronicles to tell, more stories to tell. So we want you ready for that. And now I can turn it over to my lovely wife for her portion of the outro.
And y'all know, mind and body work hand in hand. As one goes, the other goes. So take care of this and take care of all of this. Get your vaccines. Get your preventative screens done if you are due or overdue. Get that shit done. Early detection saves lives, y'all. Get your physicals. And if you're not feeling well, please get checked out. Okay? Take care of yourself. And fuck the fascists. Coming up in 2024, the entire United States House of Representatives is going to be up for election. It is so important that we not only vote blue for House representatives, but we also vote blue for president, even if we don't like the president that's in place right now, that we think we could get better. Do not vote third party. Do not waste that, because if we don't get enough votes, guess who decides who the fucking president is? The Speaker of the House. Do you really want that guy deciding for anybody? It took how many rounds to get him voted in as speaker? You know he's in some serious political debt.
Yeah, we won't go into that discussion.
To some assholes in the GOP. So really, it's very important that you get registered and you plan to vote blue in 2020.
They had to cancel all voting for the rest of the week because there's the Treason Weasel Caucus is preventing any bill from being discussed at a protest of McCarthy.
Yeah.
Their own speaker.
Yeah. So
nothing is getting done the rest of the week because of it.
Nothing's getting done because they're pissed off at him.
Yeah.
Because he owes them.
Well, and because he voted to not allow the country to default on debts we already owe.
Uh-huh.
Has nothing to do with budget. It's debts you owe.
Yep.
Is that an option? Can I not pay debts I owe? Wait a minute. I like that option. Maybe I should start doing that too.
So.
Collections.
Needless to say, it's really important. Make sure you get registered. Make sure your registration is valid as elections come up. And make sure you vote blue. Because fuck the fascists.
Trans rights are human rights.
Yes, they are.
LGBTQIA plus rights are human rights. Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month, y'all.
Happy Pride Month.
Pride was a riot. Just saying.
I thank you all for coming. See you. One more real episode and then a Q&A and we're done. Good night, everybody.